Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Oh my gosh, I was gonna go live, but I don't think anybody was in there. It's pretty late. Maybe that's not what it is, bitch. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. I was chowing down before your reading, almost like I can't even talk about it. I'm so disgusted with myself. No. I had, well, for one, a lot of people know that I have not eaten pork or beef in over a year, almost like a year and a half. I don't eat chicken that much, but tonight I had some fried chicken and I ate it. I also had an orange. I had some strawberry ice cream, some grapefruit seltzer. I was just consuming things before your reading. Oh, did something flip over? How have you guys been doing? We're in your 12th house season right now. Sagittarius coming to the end. The sun is literally getting out of the car and walking up that driveway. Okay? Walking up that front porch. Oh shit. Word. Who is this? Capricorn. Okay. That was cute. Shuffle it again. Oh my god. Who are y'all making decisions about in your relationships, child? Like, what's going on? Oh. Definitely some relationships here. Some opposing energies. Balanced energies, though, too. So there might be something good out of this. It's not like, polarizing energy. It doesn't have to be with opposites. Opposites do attract. But you guys aren't really trying to waste any time on doing anything, Capricorn, because you guys kind of really want to just get to the point of the work that's being done. What am I doing? What am I doing it for? Did it happen? Did we get it done? Jeez. Everyone's taking everything they can. I'm listening to the Garden State soundtrack. That should tell you how old I am. Which actually is not that old, okay? Let's see. Almost done shuffling the cards, and then I'm going to lay them out. I just have to talk to my cards sometime. What's going on with you guys' reading? What have you guys been doing? Like, what is going on with these cards? I can't even really get a full shuffle out. Because they're just like... Blah, 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 blah. I feel like y'all are just kind of like not really giving people like the time of day or something. Or y'all are just kind of like whatever. It's like people are talking to you guys as you're like walking away slowly. Or something. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm gonna cut it now. I don't know why the reading is already laid out. All these damn cards have fell out. Okay. Let's look at your cards. Capricorn. I kind of like saying that. I always think of candy corn. Okay, Capricorn, so underneath the bottom of the deck, or at the bottom of the deck, you got the Four of Swords. So this is talking about asserting some part of yourself in terms of how you're thinking, how you're creating concepts for yourselves, how you identify with your concepts and your perspective and your perceptions. It's almost kind of like recalibrating your brain, recalibrating your mental state, and choosing to do so because you know you need to. You've got to take a break from people, Capricorn, because you may have been putting a lot of time into your relationships, and now it's time for you to just kind of like chill and focus on you a little bit more. Your birthday season is coming up, so definitely focusing on what matters most with your interpersonal self is going to provide you with what it is that you need to feel like you have progressed into something, like there's been a year of productivity, like, getting back to you. And that's really what your birthday season is about. It's about getting back to you and not really putting a lot of focus into other people and whatever their endeavors are. Let's look at what your present energy is right here. Beautiful. I love it. So you got the Ace of Cups, an outpouring of energy in terms of emotional energy, love. I'm burning myself with this damn candle right here, you guys. I keep doing that. I swear, if this sleeve catches, this iPhone is gonna go flying across that room. Yeah, these are new initiations of love, or a feeling has been renewed, or this is really just kind of like talking about a purification, right? You need to cleanse your spirit and your mind, and get yourself in a place where you can, like, get settled. Definitely get settled in your imagination, because you've probably been allowing your emotions to take your imagination on a ride, honey. And that's not really something that you do. But the Ace of Cups is here to remind you that you probably do need to put a little bit more love and nurturing into your own experience, right? It's about the awareness of how to love oneself and the awareness of what one needs subconsciously, or what the subconscious needs from you in order for it to be feeling like it's getting fed, right? How is your soul getting fed, Capricorn? And it's not like you guys are like soulless or anything like that, but it's just saying that sometimes you really are a workhorse and you like to work so hard and you like to just kind of like get things done and do things. That's why the consumption word comes up a lot. You really need to just think about what it is that you can provide for yourself, that other people aren't willing to give you, that you are also looking for, right? It's within you, darling. The immediate influence is the Temperance card. So this, so far, is pretty good for you, Capricorn. The Temperance card is talking about, healing, solutions, being able to recalibrate your spirit and your soul in terms of feeling challenged by something. Maybe you were en route to on course towards something, and you experienced some challenges along the way that made you feel a little bit discouraged and made you feel like, you were going to have to tap into this part of yourself that was like more than like your brute physical strength, but like your spiritual strength. The strength that, lives inside of you, the strength that is your spirit, your spiritual strength. Definitely exercising a different muscle for you right now, right here. Capricorn, this is kind of like your 12th house too, Sagittarius. So it's a blockage for you. It's something that you'll have to like go to a different sort of place to activate. Yeah. It's about balancing things out, tempering things, making things be able to handle the pressures, the density, the weight, the fluctuations, the changes, seeing it through, being able to have stamina and endurance. But this is mostly talking about spiritual endurance, being able to be patient and maintain your wits about you in the face of adversity, or things that just don't seem to be going your way so well so quickly, right? Yeah, you definitely need to tap into, your emotional experience and let that mesh and marry with your spiritual nature. And then that is definitely going to bring you to a place where you're going to have to make that decision for the emperor, right? Ascertain, appropriate, Mm-hmm. Apprehend. Mm-hmm. Cultivate, honey. Instead of going and consuming and grabbing at stuff, why don't you make it so for yourself, right? It's about relying on you to provide you with what it is that you know you need. It's like when you ask yourself certain questions that really only can come from you, you have the answers to them. No one else does, because it's like a question that I have for myself. Self, it's like when you're like driving your car or you're riding, on the train or something like that, and you're having this inner like dialogue or this inner monologue dialogue with yourself, and that's spirit, really, because it is you. I could just go far into it, but I won't. Anyway, let's look at your past. In the past, you guys had to really show some vulnerabilities, right? So that you were tested. Your authority might have been tested in the past, and you were tempted to probably use more force than usual. You may have used more force in the past than you needed. And that is why right now you're feeling like you're being tested, because that force was met with opposition. Okay? Because I did talk about opposition at the beginning before I laid all the cards out. And you definitely are a sign that can be very forceful in your delivery of things, because you're very practical and to the point. And you're like, well, if it has four corners, then it's a square, okay? Don't come up in here talking about no triangles when I said it's a square. That's kind of like Capricorn energy. But yeah, the Strength card is really saying that cycles go in and cycles go out. You're going to be the best sometimes, and sometimes you're going to be the worst. You're not going to always be the star. Sometimes you're going to have to take a back seat. You're not going to always be the one to go in and show how high you can jump, how strong you can squeeze, how far you can throw. You know what I mean? Sometimes it really is about tempering, because you got the temperance card here and you got the strength card. So you definitely are going to have to be patient with yourself. You definitely are going to have to be patient with the systems that are being set in place for you spiritually, right? To sort of navigate yourself through. You won't be able to just like put some horsepower into it, or put some more gas in it, or add some more RAM to it or anything like that. Some more gigs real quick. Oh, now we can go farther now. We add some gigs. This spiritual download is going to take a while, Capricorn. Just for you to sort of get the point. You know what I mean? It's going to take some you're going to have to like take a step back from everyone, right? And from doing things for people, so that you can see what it is that you need to do for yourself, right? Because you're doing your job, you have no problem doing that. But there are some spiritual things that you need. These are all very spiritual cards, all of them. All of them. The Four of Swords is, the Strength card is, the Temperance card is, and the Ace of Cups is definitely a spiritual card, because it's a feeling that comes from a place, right? Which is related to the spirit world, which is not spirit world, but yes, but spirituality. Like, I'm so sorry, Capricorn. I'm tired. Let's look at your sun placement. Oh, you got Sun and Scorpio. So are some of you out there dealing with the Scorpio? Some of you actually might be out there dealing with the Gemini, right? With the 6 here, this is talking about the beauty in something. You can really take you're looking back at something, you're thinking about the experience, you're feeling very nostalgic about it, you're thinking that it was definitely worthwhile because it struck a chord with you. You were able to thrive within this experience, within these emotions. Yeah, so in the past, yeah, it was that, but then what happened, I feel like, were you hardened by something? There was a deep connection that you probably had with someone from the past. Um, you're thinking about the past and you're appreciating something that once was, really. You're like wishing that you could feel that way again, right? Because it's something that is no longer in the present for you. It really is something that you really admired about your experience and you want to go back there. But the Ace of Cups is saying here in the present that you need to allow yourself to see that there is a new beginning that is always able to happen. You can create new memories. You don't have to be stuck in the past in terms of something that already was, that isn't anymore, or that still is because it once was, but it still is within you. It's not going to be replayed out for you in the exact same way. Have something new. Here's something new for you, Capricorn. I mean, I know you like something new, especially if you can, like, have it. So yeah, let yourself go through this new reharmonization of your experience and your circumstance, your environment, right? It's definitely, you're definitely looking to thrive. You're definitely looking to feel better about the way things are going. You want to feel like the people that are in your life are resources for you to help navigate you through emotionally, right? You want to have connections with them on a soul level. The sixes are definitely talking about understanding a need for something, understanding why someone else or some other thing needs an aspect of you, right? Collaborative, compromise, um, comprehension, all of those things. Let's look at your moon placement here. All right, so some of you could be dealing with the Gemini in terms of your emotions, but then at the same time, this could be like, you know, an experience that you were in has now ended, and it's making you aware of something, right? Your awareness has expanded into something that is fully substantiated, and now you can clearly see it for what it is, and therefore you're able to change your focus, or your focus has changed. It has sharpened, it has redirected itself, right? In terms of how you feel, right, emotionally. There's something inside of you that you felt that ended it for you. It was a feeling when you knew something was over. Um, and it's almost like you can't deny it because it's not coming back to life for you. It kind of ended. Um, and it might have been a relationship for some of you because at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Swords, which is Jupiter and Libra, right? Jupiter and Libra. And then you've got the Ten of Swords here in your moon placement, which is the X, which is the X, which is 10, which 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, but then it's also Gemini here. So some of you could have been dealing with Libra. Some of you could have been dealing with Gemini. Some of you could have been dealing with a Sag. Some other air sign maybe, but it definitely is saying that the curtain is closed on a situation or an understanding of something. Many truths have been let out. Or your understanding just won't be reshaped into something else, right? It's an accumulation of a knowing. This could even be like, you may have gotten a text by accident. Um, you may have heard something. You may have seen an email or seen a text or something like that. And that could have brought your awareness to something that ended something for you. Or maybe, oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Or maybe you found out something, you know, that really brought something home for you by accident and you didn't mean to. Or you could have said something. Yeah. Something might have been by accident or been reckless. And it just brought out some more information and made something more comprehensible. So now let's look at your future placement here with the past, present, and future. Your future placement is the King of Swords. So this is double air. This is someone who has a very sophisticated perspective on life. They understand different concepts, but they also understand the best concepts and the ones that actually work. This is a person that is truth oriented, and they really want to get to what really is, and they're not going to communicate something or say something that they intend to be understood as being something else. It's like they're going to be super clear, super concise, very, very paced in their delivery because they want everyone to understand. This could be someone giving their opinion to you about, you know, what it is that you're doing or how to do it, or they might just be offering some advice, some really good advice here. You know, with the King of Swords, he has some great advice to give. You know, and it's definitely not, you know, it's not like it's a page trying to give you some advice. This is the King of Swords, okay? He knows what he's talking about, especially if he's talking. Oh, gosh, listen to him. So you're definitely going to have to listen to someone that you feel and you know might be having a point of what they're talking about. Actually, really great point. But, you know, you just might be being stubborn because you're a Capricorn and you don't want to listen to them. It could be a woman, you know, but it's King of Swords, so it's that energy fixed. Oh, I keep yawning. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's like when I talk a lot, sometimes that happens. You're having anxieties about things working out for you. It's almost like you're frustrated that things aren't going to pan out. They're not going to add up. They're not going to be fruitized. They're not going to accumulate into something that you can feel justly proud of. It's the awareness of how you're going to expand, and you're identifying with that. It's you being able to identify with resources, being resourceful, being a person that other people can use as a resource. That's what you have anxieties about. You almost don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want people to see you as just kind of like a bank in general, or a place or a person or an institution that they can use whenever they feel like it. You don't want that. You'd rather just enjoy your life alone and kind of like without everybody mooching off of you or taking advantage of the stuff that you have, and just enjoy it on your own, right? Because at least then you know it's deserving. Yeah, it really is saying to spend some time alone. The Mars card here is saying is the Chariot. The sevens are really talking about reflecting on something, right? Once you've reflected on something, what do? You do something about that reflection. What have you uncovered? What has been illuminated for you with the Chariot card here in the Mars placement? what you want to be doing, what you actually feel like you should be doing. And this is energy that is opposing you because it is the Chariot, it is Cancer, and it is in the Mars placement, which is also a planet that is exalted in your sign, Capricorn. So, wow, this water energy with the earth energy and the fire energy of the Aries placement being Mars, then there's like a lot of opportunity for some things to be cultivated and grown here. Once you realize what your capabilities are and you have confidence because you know what they are, and then you can move forward knowing that you have what it takes, you have something to offer that other people are going to be willing to accept. You know what I mean? Don't get into this place of feeling like you're not good enough or that other people won't think that you're good enough to do what you are doing. You are, and as long as you believe in yourself, other people will be able to believe in you too. You have to show other people how to believe in you because they may not know how to. So, just show them by doing very well, showing that you have the knowledge and you have the wisdom of something, and that you actually do want to move forward and progress in life and be successful. Because the Chariot definitely promotes success, and so does Cancer energy, because Cancer represents home and family. And if you understand what it takes to run a household with family members and, like, pets and extended family members, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, they might live there. That's a lot of work to do. So the person who runs the home is really in charge of something big, right? Those everyday rituals that have to take place in the house, in the home, the nurturing of that space. Um, that's why Cancer is a very spiritual and empathic, psychic card, because that type of energy is very spiritual, understanding what everyone needs, what everything should be, making the space kind of very welcoming and homey, very nurturing, very spiritual, for sure. Put some aggression into your own evolution, right? That's how you're going to feel like you're moving forward in life, especially if you allow yourself to evolve, right? Because even if you feel like you're not moving forward directionally, like super zoom 0 to 60 Sagittarius that got from A all the way to Z, at least you're moving forward and you're gaining something out of these experiences, right? It's encouraging you to continue to move forward in life because you're realizing that you're getting something out of sharing and being receptive, right? That type of thing. Um, Now let's look at your advice, your Venus. Oh, the Emperor. The Emperor is definitely telling you here in this Venus placement that you need to put some energy and some focus into creating more harmony for yourself and other people around you, right? What are the pleasure principles for you? What is fundamental, right? What has to be fundamentally set in place for you to be able to be at your best, And that doesn't mean that you have to work 75 hours a week to say, yes, I'm putting in the work because I deserve this. That just means that you're going in and you're clocking in somewhere. Am I going off on a tangent? But you know what I mean? It's like put some energy and some focus, some assertion, some meaning, right? Intended purpose behind what it is that you are doing. How are you creating those structures for yourself that are going to make you feel secure? How are you creating those healthy boundaries for yourself that keep people in their place so that you know that you are always going to be safe in how you're navigating throughout your life, right? You have to trust that you know what's best for you and you can make those decisions for yourself. And those decisions don't mean that you have to be like, hiya, I just cut all y'all bitches down. It just means that, you know what you need and you provide that for yourself. Providing. So now, let's look at the outcome or the energy moving forward. King of Rods. So some of you are dealing with somebody that might be a little bit bossy. They actually might have more of an opinion than you'd like for them to have, and they might feel like they want to be in authority a little bit more than the person who actually is in charge, or the person who actually is, most liked by everyone. This King of Rods is someone that is going to, do whatever he needs to do at all costs. But it's not like vindictive or vengeful or like, extremely destructive. It's more along the lines of there's a lot of energy and intent behind it, a lot of focus as well. This King of Rods here, he definitely knows how to bring energy into a situation to strike interest in most people who are there in the room. People are going to notice this person, and they're going to make their point known. They're going to be a little bit bold, and they might be, a little bit egocentric. But it's okay. They actually might be there to have your back. So don't worry about them. They're just kind of like looking out for you. Even with people that actually aren't, don't have your worst interest, or people who you can trust, they're still going to be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you talking to him for? Or what, not trying to control anything, but just being very protective, in a sense. But then at the same time, they're a little bit wild and crazy themselves. Okay, so there's a commitment. The goal, what we're rising to, the ascendant here, is a commitment that we need to reach, right? It's a commitment with oneself and spirit. You need to listen to what spirit is telling you. Listen to your inner ear. Listen to those thoughts that come into your head at times when you might be focusing indirectly on a thought or on a feeling, right? Because sometimes we're going through the day all, having feelings, having these thought processes come in and these downloads. And in the process of that, we have these emotions that are attached to those things that are happening. So then we know how we feel really about what it is that we want, what we desire, what we may not be saying to ourselves or to other people, right? That's how spirit gets to you. And, it really is just your thought patterns and your process and what, your belief systems. You have to have something to believe in, because if you don't, then you won't have any kind of strength, faith, right? Even if you don't believe in anything, you believe that there isn't anything, right? So what it really is understanding how to use spirituality as a resource for you to unlock those things in your life that seem like they are beyond your reach, are beyond your understanding, are beyond your ability to relate to, right? Sometimes you just really have to go to source and understand that that is always going to be there for you, whatever that is for you. Yeah, don't feel bad about needing to take some time off, taking a break. Definitely be patient with yourself, be patient with other people as well. Give yourself those moments of cleansing, water. The Ace of Cups here representing water, new beginnings in love, new beginnings of recalibrating one's emotional process. The Temperance card being here as the immediate influence. It is number, what is that? 14. 14 is a 5, right? It goes back to the Hierophant. So it's talking about belief systems, right? What is it that you think, and what is it that you know, and what is it that you question? Right? What are all of those things? Those are all things that you need answers to, or things that you may believe yourself. Beliefs that have been instilled in you, right? through your family, through the place that you were born, and just the confines of your existence, your early existence. The fives are talking about severities, right? Knowing the truth about something, but still being able to work around those types of things, or allowing yourself to be mentored by trustworthy people who have morals, ethics, and practice very wholesome values. That's really what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to this place where you feel better about your purpose and what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. Definitely talking about providing security for yourself in a spiritual way. You'll feel more secure once you tap into your spirituality. Whew. Alright, Capricorn, I'm going to leave you here. I'll be getting back to you guys very soon because your birthday season's coming up and you're going to be first for January readings, I believe. Alright, Capricorn, I love you guys. Keep working hard. Let yourself be, softy sometimes.